Hi guys. I don't know if you guys have heard, but it's with a heavy heart that I announced that. Well, I just found out that Betty White has sadly passed away. Uh, they believe it's natural causes, which is good. Well, maybe that's not the best way to say it, but it's better than. I would rather she die from natural causes than COVID or some other complication. But I'm really sad about this. Now, I personally didn't know like what she was in. Apparently, she was in a lot of good shows. Like she was in SpongeBob. She was on the Carol Burnett show, the Mary Tyler Moore show. She had her own show in the '50s, and she was like the highlight of Golden Girls. Seriously, Golden Girls is a really good show. I heard, but her biggest accomplishment by far was Hot in Cleveland, and she was also an animal rights activist. I think that's wonderful, and she looked good for her age. She died peacefully at 99, so that she had a good life, and I'm really sad that she's gone. It reminds me of when we lost Sean Connery and Roger Moore and all those other guys, other people, but she was very funny. Even though she was an old lady, like she was portraying an old lady in most of the things she was in, she was hilarious. Seriously, watch Hot in Cleveland. The show it finished up after a couple seasons, but it's still a good show. She was the highlight of that show, in my opinion, besides a few other actors. But um, she she was also. I remember this Snickers commercial they did where Betty White playing the football player Mike. They're playing football, and Betty White gets knocked over, and then they walk. She runs over to the team, and they're all huddling. And the guy says, "Mike, you're playing like Betty White out there." And then Betty White says, "That's not what your girlfriend said." And they all just back off. That was great. And then it's like, Mike, eat a Snickers. Why? Because you get a little grainy when you're hungry. I think that's what they said anyway. Better? Better. All right, let's go get him. And then it cuts to another old guy who's probably another football player, and he gets knocked over, and he is, that hurt. Yeah, Betty White was probably my favorite. That was one of the best commercials she ever did. My other, I think she did this commercial. I'm not entirely sure, but she did a commercial for Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Frank's Red Hot Sauce. I put that bleep on everything. But I think she was in that commercial, and the one where they had it is where it was a British aristocrat, and he just raises, and he's like, "Holy shit! Did she just say that?" I think that was her, but it's really sad that we lost her. I mean, she had a really good life. I'm hoping if she does have any kids that are still alive, I'm hoping like they take some time with this, because losing a mother or even a grandmother is a very serious thing, and it's really sad. And just, if there's one thing I learned from Betty White, is that it doesn't matter your age, you could still kick ass in TV and comedy. I believe she did a couple Comedy Central roasts, but I could be wrong about that. That may have been somebody else. Frankly, I don't care. But I just want to quickly say before I end this, yeah, I'm trying not to cry here. Just let me. I probably gonna have to take some time after this, but it's really sad. But rest in peace, Betty. You were an inspiration to a lot of people, and I don't know if any of the Golden Girl actors are still alive, but for those that aren't, that I don't know about, I hope that you're reunited with them, because you literally made television history with Golden Girls and Hot in Cleveland, obviously. So it's with a heavy heart that I have to say goodbye to her. I didn't know her personally, but and I didn't know a lot of her work, but she was an amazing woman, and it's really sad that we lost her. So, thank you, Betty, for everything. And thank you guys for listening. I know that this is probably not the best time to bring this up because it's literally the day before the new year, but she was going to be 117 days. She didn't even make it to the end of the year. That's not right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, goodbye, Betty. Thank you for everything.